Ashley's phone buzzed. A message from Megan held a screenshot. Her twin sister in a bridal gown. 3 weeks before her wedding, Ashley stared. The gown was hers, the $14,000 custom design. In the photo, Amanda twirled in a sunlit field, captioned, "He said yes to forever." Ashley's stomach dropped.
Mom, why is Amanda wearing my wedding dress in her engagement photos? Did you know about this?
Oh, honey, don't overreact. It's just a dress, and she looks beautiful. Be happy for her.
She knew. This wasn't an accident. It was a betrayal.
Ashley hung up. Then she found Miss Sophia's number and called.
Miss Sophia, it's Ashley. There's a problem with the gown. My twin wore it. It's on Instagram.
She wore it before the wedding. That is most irregular. Let me check the contract.
Sophia opened Instagram and froze. The no photography clause in the contract meant the dress was legally hers again.
Ashley, you signed the exclusivity clause. Do you recall the photographic restrictions? No photography before the wedding date. Any breach transfers full ownership back to me.
But I never thought that dress is mine. I paid for it.
Legally, it is no longer yours. Your sister's Instagram post voided the contract.
Ashley's breath caught. The $14,000 deposit she had paid was gone. The gown was now Sophia's property.
I must contact my lawyer immediately. This breach demands legal action.
Please, Miss Sophia. There must be another way. My wedding is 3 weeks away.
I understand your distress, but the contract is ironclad. I'll call you after I speak with Mr. Davis.
The call ended with a soft click. Sophia reached for a thick legal file. Her next call already dialing. Ashley stood frozen in her apartment, the silence screaming louder than any words. Her wedding gown was gone.
Mr. Davis, the breach is clear. The client's twin wore the gown for engagement photos, all over social media.
The exclusivity clause is airtight. The gown is now yours, and the infringer is liable. I'll draft the cease and desist immediately. We'll also process the full deposit refund to Miss Ashley as Clause 7 stipulates.
Within the hour, Sophia authorized the refund. The $14,000 returned to Ashley's account with a cold official memo. Ashley's bank app flashed. Refund from Sophia Bridal, $14,000.
What is this? Why would they refund me? The dress. It's really gone.
The refund was a confirmation. There would be no dress, no negotiation, no last-minute miracle.
3 weeks. I have 3 weeks to find a wedding dress and nothing to wear.
She stood in the middle of her living room, the weight of the refund heavier than the dress had ever been. The silence of the apartment stretched thin, the number on the screen a hollow reminder of everything she had lost.
Ashley, I have a proposition. I will design a new custom gown for you, gratis, on an accelerated schedule, under one condition.
A new gown? In 3 weeks? What condition?
You allow me to name the design, the Ashley. It becomes part of my permanent collection. Your story will be tied to it.
Ashley hesitated. Naming a gown after herself felt like a monument to this betrayal. She asked for an hour to think.
David, Sophia offered to make me a new dress for free if I let her name it after me. It feels like making the betrayal permanent.
Or, it's a way to reclaim the story. You are not the victim in that dress. You are the woman who turned a theft into her own legacy.
He was right. I didn't cause this damage, but I could control what came next. Miss Sophia, I accept. Call it the Ashley. Make it something no one can steal.
By the next afternoon, Ashley walked through the doors of Sophia's atelier for the first sketch session. The dress that would become the Ashley was already taking shape in Sophia's mind, a design born from resilience, not loss.
The silhouette is yours, but the lace will be different. No one will ever mistake this for the stolen gown. Years ago, a rival leaked photos of my collection before the show. I lost everything. This clause is my armor.
So that was why she fought so hard. This wasn't just business, it was personal.
Across town, a courier handed Amanda an envelope. The cease and desist left no room for doubt.
Mom, Sophia's lawyer sent a cease and desist. They say the dress is stolen property. What do I do?
Calm down. I'll handle your sister. She can't ruin your engagement over a misunderstanding.
Less than an hour later, Sandra was at Ashley's door, her knock sharp and insistent.
You are embarrassing this family, Ashley. Drop this lawsuit nonsense and let Amanda keep her moment.
She wore my dress without asking. The contract is broken. There's nothing to drop.
Ashley closed the door on her mother's protests. The lock clicked, and her resolve hardened like the bones of a new bodice. That evening, Ashley's phone lit up with messages from relatives. Let it go. Family comes first. You are being cruel. Amanda posted a sunset photo with text. Some people want to see you fail. The knife twisted publicly.
She stole my dress and now she's the victim? They're rewriting history while I bleed.
Block the noise, Ash. Those people don't know the contract or the betrayal. You and I know the truth.
It's just so much. Everyone expects me to be the bigger person while Amanda posts her sob story.
Then be the better person for yourself, not for them. Sophia's dress is going to be your answer.
The next morning brought Ashley back to Sophia's atelier, where the designer laid out a series of sketches.
This is the Ashley. Clean lines, illusion back, a train that whispers instead of shouts. Elegance can't be stolen.
It was more beautiful than the original. Sophia had turned my pain into something no court could touch.
For the first time since the screenshot, Ashley felt something other than betrayal. She felt hope. Amanda, cornered by the legal notice and her mother's failed intervention, broke down and dialed Ashley's number.
Ash, I didn't know about the clause, I swear. Mom said it was fine. She arranged everything.
You never asked me. You just took it. The contract was on the invoice you saw when you picked up the dress.
That fine print? No one reads that. Don't ruin my engagement over semantics.
This isn't about your engagement. It's about you wearing my dress, without permission, for the world to see.
While the sisters argued, a notification from Sophia's attorney popped up on Ashley's screen. The message read, Instagram has removed the reported content due to a copyright complaint from Sophia Bridal.
Your photos are gone. Instagram just removed them. The dress isn't yours to show off anymore.
Ashley, please, I am sorry. Don't block me.
The call ended. Ashley pressed block contact, and the silence that followed was cleaner than any apology Amanda could offer. 2 weeks before the wedding, Ashley returned to Sophia's atelier for the second fitting. The dress was taking shape like a promise.
The bodice sits perfectly now. You look like a bride who knows her own worth.
This dress was becoming more mine with every stitch, while the stolen one felt like a ghost.
As she left the studio, her phone buzzed. A long text from Sandra had arrived, its tone as familiar as a bruise. The message read, Forgiveness is for the strong. Your father would be heartbroken. Let's heal this family before the wedding.
She doesn't ask for forgiveness. She demands amnesia.
That evening, Ashley and David sat down with the wedding guest list and a red pen. The air was heavy.
I can't have her there, David. Or Amanda. They'll poison the day with their drama.
Then they're not invited. This is our day, Ash. No one gets to steal that.
Ashley crossed out 2 names with a firm stroke. Then she sealed the envelope containing the uninvitation notice. The morning of the final fitting, Ashley stood on the podium as Sophia fastened the last pearl button. The dress was finished.
It is done. The Ashley is yours.
She turned to the mirror and saw a bride who had fought for her own story.
Outside the atelier, Sandra had arrived, demanding to see Ashley, but Sophia's assistant blocked the door.
Tell her I am here. She can't keep me from my own daughter.
Ashley heard nothing. She was inside, laughing with David, who had arrived to walk her home. They reviewed the final seating chart together.
No phone calls today. No drama. Just us.
Deal. The only dress anyone will see is this one.
That evening, Sophia personally delivered the original gown to her showroom. She placed it in the window beside a small silver placard. The Breach Collection, Amanda. 3 days after the showroom display, a process server handed Amanda a thick envelope stamped Superior Court. She read the first page. Breach of contract, damages, injunction. Her whole body started to tremble. Ashley's phone rang from an unknown number. She hesitated, then answered.
Ash, it's me. Don't hang up. They're suing me. They want $10,000. I can't pay it.
You are only calling because the lawsuit scares you, not because you are sorry you wore my dress.
I am sorry. I'll post a public apology. I'll pay you back. Just tell Sophia to drop the case. Please.
You still don't get it. The dress wasn't mine to give. Sophia made the call, not me. You are not a victim.
I'll lose everything. Mark will leave me. You want that?
Then he should know the truth about who you are. Goodbye, Amanda.
Ashley set the phone down. The tears she once might have shed were gone. Only the quiet sound of finality remained. That night, while reviewing lawsuit documents, Ashley found the original bridal contract in a folder. She unfolded it and froze. Below her own signature, on the co-pair line, was Sandra's precise cursive. The exclusivity clause was highlighted in yellow. Sandra had read the photographic restriction.
She knew the photos would void it. She orchestrated this.
Ashley scrolled back to a voicemail from the deposit week. Sandra's voice was sugary. Honey, just confirming. Absolutely no photos until the wedding, correct? I'll guard the dress. That wasn't motherly caution. It was reconnaissance. She had been planning the breach.
Amanda was just a puppet. My mother wanted my wedding ruined.
The realization settled like ice in her veins. Sandra hadn't favored Amanda. She had targeted Ashley. Ashley's shock gave way to a cold, focused anger. She now saw the true architect of her betrayal. The morning sun was harsh when Ashley pulled into Sandra's driveway, the contract and phone in her lap.
Ashley? What's this about?
This. You signed the exclusivity clause. You read it. Then you sent Amanda to shoot.
I don't know what you are implying. I was supervising the gown.
You confirmed the no photo restriction in a voicemail. Then you broke it deliberately.
Ashley pressed play. The voicemail echoed from the speaker. Absolutely no photos until the wedding, correct?
That doesn't prove anything. Amanda did this on her own.
You coached her. You wanted my dress gone. You wanted my wedding ruined. You are dead to me, Sandra. Don't call, don't write, don't show up.
By noon, the placard in Sophia's window was changed from Amanda to the Amanda breach, a permanent record of a mother's sabotage. Days before the wedding, more calls from aunts and cousins came, each one an echo of Sandra's voice.
They talked about forgiveness like it cost nothing, but none of them paid the price.
She sent a single message to the last relative who texted, I am not the one who broke this family. Goodbye. The next evening, Ashley and David walked into the empty church for rehearsal, their footsteps soft on the aisle runner.
You look like you've let go of 1,000 pounds.
Because I have. The only pounds I am carrying are the train of my dress.
They practiced the vows under the florist's arch, the silence of the sanctuary embracing them. Later, driving past Sophia's showroom, Ashley saw the stolen dress under a single spotlight, the placard glowing. The city's reflection in the glass seemed to magnify the message. Some things are not yours to keep.
Tomorrow I become a bride. No one can rewrite that.
On the morning of the rehearsal dinner, Amanda slipped through a side entrance of the venue. A security guard blocked her path. The uninvitation list had her name in bold.
But I am the bride's sister. I just want to see the dress.
The guard held up a tablet with her photo, and the word restricted. At the restaurant, Ashley's phone buzzed with a message from the venue coordinator. The message read, An uninvited guest is attempting to enter. Shall we involve police?
Let security handle it. I am not ruining my evening over her.
She silenced the phone and raised a champagne glass with her bridesmaids. The rehearsal dinner glowed with candlelight and laughter that night. Amanda forgotten.
One more sleep, and this whole nightmare ends in a wedding.
Sunlight flooded the bridal suite in pale gold, bridesmaids moving like morning shadows. 3 missed calls from Sandra glared on the screen. A stubborn red badge on a perfect morning.
She won't answer. Not today. Not ever again.
Ashley silenced the phone and passed it aside. No interruptions would crack this day. Her bridesmaids circled her as she stepped into the Ashley, the zipper a soft hum.
This dress is mine. Forged from every battle I won.
She stood before the mirror, pearl earrings catching the light like tiny shields. The reflection was not a twin's shadow, but a woman fully her own, burnished and bright.
Let them try to steal this moment. It was forged in fire they lit.
With a final touch of lipstick, she turned from the glass and walked toward the door. The organ thundered. Every guest rose as the chapel doors opened, framing Ashley in light. She stepped forward and caught a familiar face in the back row. Amanda, alone, her smile a painted line.
Let her watch. This was mine.
Her feet never slowed. The train of the gown glided over the stone like a promise kept. David stood at the altar, his eyes glistening. The weight, the war, the woman he loved, finally here.
I promise to protect you from anyone who would steal your light.
I promise I will always know my worth, and I'll stand in it.
The officiant pronounced them married. Their kiss sealed a covenant no camera could capture. As they turned to walk the aisle, Amanda remained frozen in her seat. Her smile had vanished, leaving only the shadow of a sister who had gambled everything and lost. Under fairy lights turned to stardust, Ashley and David began their first dance. The world beyond the dance floor had fallen silent. For that moment, only the two of them existed. Across town, Sophia's showroom glowed against the night. Passersby paused to stare through the glass. The silver placard read, "The Amanda Breach," a stark curator's note on the true cost of a stolen moment. In her atelier, Sophia raised a champagne flute. She framed the window shot on her phone and sent it with a note. On the reception sweetheart table, Ashley's phone lit up with a photo message from Sophia. The message read, "The Amanda Breach has her audience tonight. The Ashley will have hers for a lifetime."
Not revenge. Vindication.
She turned the screen toward David. They shared a look that needed no words, and then she set the phone aside, pulled her husband closer, and let the music carry the only verdict that mattered. A week after the honeymoon, a lifestyle magazine landed on Ashley's coffee table. The headline read, "Designer wins copyright battle. The Ashley becomes iconic." Ashley's finger traced the photo of the Ashley gown, reprinted in full color on the page.
Every word of that article was earned. Not by revenge, but by simply standing upright.
Across the city, Sophia's boutique displayed the Ashley in the window. A small silver sign read, "Sold out." Women lingered by the glass, pressing their fingers to the display, dreaming of a dress that had a story. In a darker room, a diamond ring lay abandoned on a nightstand. Beside it, a note in Mark's handwriting. "I can't." The lawsuit had opened his eyes. Amanda's engagement was gone. A casualty of the truth she had tried to stage. Ashley closed the magazine. The score was settled not in headlines, but in the quiet certainty of a life well chosen. Home from the honeymoon, a stack of mail waited on the hallway table. One envelope bore Sandra's handwriting. Ashley lifted it. The paper was thick, the address loops heavy with effort. Inside, Sandra's last plea rambled, "I did it for Amanda. You were always the strong one. You owe us forgiveness." Ashley read to the end without a flicker. The words that once cut now landed like dust. She carried the letter to the fireplace, the paper hanging loose in her hand.
You don't have to do this alone.
I am not alone. I am just done.
She touched the corner of the page to a match flame. The fire ate her mother's words quickly. Ashley watched until the last curl of paper shriveled to ash, then walked to the kitchen to start dinner. That was the last letter, the last bridge, the last hour Sandra would ever own. 3 seasons passed, and the morning light in their kitchen had become an ordinary blessing.
David, you are burning the pancakes again.
Burnt pancakes build character. Just ask Sophia.
They ate on the back porch, the neighborhood still waking around them, their laughter the only agenda. Meanwhile, Sophia's boutique buzzed with white-dressed dreams. The Ashley was booked 12 months out. The original gown still presided in the window, its placard a silent sentinel, the Amanda Breach. Young brides paused, read the silver etching, and walked in with eyes that understood the price of a stolen moment. In her atelier, Sophia raised her espresso toward the new sketches and allowed herself a rare, private smile.
Not revenge, just justice, and a damn fine dress.
Back in the kitchen, a pancake burned. Neither of them noticed. In a coffee shop on the far side of town, Sandra sat alone by the window. The seat across from her was empty. She held her phone in one hand, scrolling slowly, her reflection faint in the glass. On the screen, a distant cousin had posted photos of Ashley's wedding. The bride laughing, glowing, surrounded.
That could have been me.
But the photo wasn't hers to touch. She wasn't tagged. No one had sent it to her. She was a spectator. She scrolled past more photos. The first dance, the showroom window, the magazine spread. No one in the coffee shop looked at her. The barista called a name that wasn't hers. The tea beside her had long gone cold. She didn't seem to notice. The only notification that pinged was a reminder. Amanda's court date, next Monday. She closed the app and set the phone face down on the table. The screen went dark, and so did her expression. Months turned the Amanda breach from scandal to artifact. Sophia's window became a quiet pilgrimage site for brides, but the real altar was that stone aisle where a woman in a dress named after herself walked toward a future no one could sabotage. The train of the Ashley still holds the memory of that walk, the defiance in every stitch. She wore a smile that no camera could capture, not even the ones her sister held. The gown that was stolen became the one that set her free, because she stopped fighting for the dress and started wearing her own name. In the end, the best revenge wasn't the lawsuit or the headline. It was the life she built in the space where anger used to live. A life full of burnt pancakes and real laughter. A life so well dressed, no one could take it from her. Not then, not ever. Just the Ashley walking on,